Hey everyone, it is the RC guy here. Today we're going to do a quick review and run of the Team Associated, Apex. I think it's their SR5. This is Scion one, their little Apex touring car. This is not the drift one. This is just the regular old touring car. The drift one is all black. It's a black and orange. But I've ran one pack through. It's lasted a lot longer than I thought it was. I am running these right here, the EcoPower 5000 30C. I get them from A-Main Hobbies. I've always done a lot of shopping through them. This I ordered from Tower Hobbies. They were the only ones that had it, minus going on eBay. So my first impressions, it's fun, it's fast, but the only issues, the only issues I found so far out the box was once you take this cover off right here, you have to take all these screws out. So the 4 right there, the 1 right there, and the 2 right there, and the 1. Once you take that off, there's 2 E-clips that go on both sides of the bearing that sits right here, and it keeps the spur gear mounted where it's supposed to be, and one of them was missing. So when you would give it throttle, everything would turn besides the rear, because the slipper clutch, nothing was spinning, but the slipper clutch would actually pop off and it wouldn't sit right, so nothing would actually work. So I actually had to look around. I found it's a 4mm E-clip. I bent it, tightened it up, and then snapped it back on there, and it's been working fine. So that's the first thing I would honestly, if your vehicle's not running, when you get it out of the box, set everything up, and when you hold it, it's running, but when you set it down and it doesn't want to move, I would check for that E-clip, see if it's missing or not. It's a little dirty. Usually I've been running right here on a tennis court, so it's fairly smooth. It's sticky, so I wanted to see how well it handled. I've already seen that the shocks are leaking, so I'm gonna have to go through and put new shock oil in. But for the price I paid, I had a $20 discount coupon for Tower, so I only paid I think it was like $2.29, and then plus shipping, which I just paid for the express one day because I got tired of waiting. Let's see, my overall, I'm sorry, just going off of what I'm seeing here. The tires, this is after one run. Can't really tell already. There was pretty decent amount of groove on there, or tread, and it's actually worn down. And that's with about 25 to 30 minutes just of one run. So, and that's on a tennis court and on the street as well. So I would invest in better tires, or just more sets of them, because it seems like that's going to go quicker than anything else. The spur and the pinion are both open, so I did have rocks get in there. I've had rocks get right in here, so when you turn, you could see where the rock went in and got wedged in, so it wouldn't turn. Kind of like the HPI, their Sport 3, had the same issue where the rocks would get and pebbles would get in there, and it would keep it from turning. It's just the stock electronics. This is their Servo Saver. It's kind of crappy because I've tried resetting the servo to 0, but I have to keep changing it on the remote because you can't get the actual angle you need without throwing it off completely. It is just their stock 35, I believe it's a 3300 kV. Yeah, 3300 kV with their 2 and 3 cell ESC, all waterproof, 4-channel receiver, receiver. So it is nice, it sits on top. And then also with the battery, I was nervous my batteries weren't gonna fit, because for some reason with HPI, with a lot of their Sprint 2s back in the day, certain batteries, or a lot of their batteries, would not fit. So here it's just the 2 body clips or mounts. You can actually loosen it up so you can make it taller, shorter, things like that. And then you can also flip this over if you need to, if your packs are a lot thinner. And as you tell, the double-sided sticky tape's already coming off. But overall, my first run with it with 1 battery, it's fast, it's quick, it grips very well on certain surfaces. The tennis court, it held up pretty well. The street, it was a hit and miss depending on where you were. I went on a smooth part of the road where I live, and it would grip fairly well, but it also spin out a lot too. So also probably have to do with the tires. Yeah, it's pretty much all plastic. There's nothing fancy on this at all. Here's the bottom. It sits up pretty high, as you can tell. There's not a lot of scratches on the bottom. It is all open, which is, you know, a plus. I like being able to get all the airflow through, keep everything cooler. Yeah, you see the Velcro. I do had these in this battery in a SCX10 that didn't have the stock plate, so I Velcroed it down. But from what I've seen in the manual, it's honestly a pain to get these apart, because everything has to, this top part regardless has to come off, and then everything else has to come off to be able to get to certain things. Like to get to the spur gear, you have to take all that off, you have to take this brace off, you have to take another part off just to be able to get it out, and then to swap your spur gears. And oh yeah, the ESC does come with the built-in fan, which it does work. The ground temp out here when I first started driving was 102 degrees. The motor temp after I was done running, and that was before the battery even died, like the LiPo cutoff didn't even happen, I just got tired of driving. The motor was at 142 degrees. The ESC was at 97 degrees. The tires were at 102 degrees. And I believe that was all I checked the temperatures on. So just to be able to get an idea of how the temps were outside right now, it is 83 degrees outside right now, so to be able to see how the temps were compared to the ambient temperature outside. So yeah, with this video going, it's already gone down just since the start of this video, so that's also pretty nice. The remote, disappointed a little, just because it takes 6 batteries, which I know is not much, but when you're used to 4, here's the setup on it. It took me a little while to figure out what was going on with it, but I got it dialed into where I need. As you can tell, see right there for the steering, I can't get this the steering set at 0 with the servo, so that's all I got to be able to do. It does have the little shark fin antenna. It's feels pretty good in the hand, but it's pretty heavy with the 6 batteries in there. It is very responsive with the steering. Here, I'll turn it on real quick. Okay, so it is fairly responsive with just a stock servo. And then the throttle. I've still been trying to figure out what that clicking noise is that you hear. Still trying to figure out what it is. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, I'll try it again. Something in the front, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. It is the steel drive shafts all the way around, so that's also a big plus. I've had a lot of issues with the CVDs on it, the Stampede. I've been having a lot of issues with that. Yeah, you can tell the pinion's getting a little beat up with running it. I didn't have to bind it coming out of the box. A lot of people said you had to. I didn't. It was working awesome out the box, minus having to find that E-clip and get it set. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here, quit ranting and raving. But this is the Team Associated, sorry, get some better lighting. I'm outside right now, but the Team Associated Apex Rocket Bunny. There we go. That's the name of it. All stock. Oh, there's the. No, everyone hates the screws instead of the wheel nuts. Get another picture of the body so you guys can see. That's what it is right there. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Like, share, comment, pretty much do whatever you guys want. And happy racing.